Everyone, this is the recorded video for week 6, day 2. Today is a short day, but today we want to dig deeper on what does word homeostasis mean. Now, last time when we had our class, many of the students mentioned that they have never heard of this word homeostasis before. So we want to take a look at the definition of homeostasis again. What does homeostasis mean? It is the maintenance of a constant internal state in a changing environment. That sounds like a lot of words. Let's break this down further. A changing environment. This is talking about the environment around us that can change. For example, right now it is quite cold in December, but if we think back into this summer in August when we first met, we had many heat wave at that time. So we can see that the environment around us can change. The temperature, for example, can change. Constant internal state, that is referring to within us. For example, even though that it can be cold or it can be hot, but there is something within our body that can keep our body temperature within a normal range. Last time we watched the homeostasis video, and one thing that they mentioned in the video is homeostasis is very important. Whether it is internal body temperature, we don't want it too hot nor too cold. Blood glucose, meaning blood sugar. If you have very high blood sugar, that's not a good thing. And if your body has very low blood sugar, you can easily faint as well. So neither too high nor too low is going to be healthy for your body. The same thing for your blood pH level. We don't want it too high nor too low. So one word that can really describe the word homeostasis is the word balance. We don't want anything in our body to be too high or too low. We want it within a normal range. The other example that they gave us in the video is something called ectotherm. So for ectotherm, like a reptile, for example, they actually regulate their temperature through the environment. So they don't have something innate within them that can regulate their body temperature. So what they do is that if they're very cold, they will move under a source of heat. If it is a pet lizard, for example, then they will move under the heat lamp to heat up their body. And then when they get too hot, they will move away from the heat lamp to cool down their body. So they rely on the environment to help to regulate their body temperature. Thankfully, for us human beings, we do have a part in our brain called hypothalamus that help us to regulate our body temperature. Now, within our body temperature, the average is approximately around 98.6 Fahrenheit. And there is some recent research that mentioned that it might be slightly lower than that. But for right now, we would just refer to the number as 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. If we go too low, let's say below 95 degree Fahrenheit, we are going to have hypothermia. And if it goes below 86 degree Fahrenheit, it's going to be severe hypothermia, which will be very dangerous. Now, if we go on the other side, if it goes above 100 degree Fahrenheit, that can cause a fever. And during class, we have many people who share how it feels like to have a fever. Many people share that they might have headache, they might have shiver, chills, they might have a loss of appetite. All of these are some symptoms that people feel when they have a fever. And if they have 104 degree or higher, that's hyperthermia. And 105.8 degree or higher, that would be heat stroke. So we can see that between the average and the low fever, actually it's not too different. It is almost that if we get 1.4 degree Fahrenheit higher than our normal temperature, that is already away from the normal range, and we can definitely feel the effect of fever in our body. Now, with that, in class, we also share about what are some things that can cause fever. One of the examples that I gave was that whenever I go to school right now, the first thing that they have to check is with a thermometer to see whether I have a fever. Why do you think they do that? Why is it that when I go to school nowadays, the first thing they check is whether I have a fever? Think about that, and let's take a look at the video below. Now that you have finished the video, we are going to continue on the lesson on week 6 homeostasis when we meet again on Thursday and Friday. So make sure to check out our next video, and we'll continue to talk about the importance of homeostasis. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.